Welcome everybody, Humble George here. Fellow asked a question today about flames, and I thought maybe I could get a nice, short, concise video up today to answer the question, because it's kind of nice when somebody will help someone else out. Let's go and find a car. We are in the dealership of Assetto Corsa Mass Storage, which is on my 2 terabyte H drive, and I named it Kn5. So that if we do an integrity update, it doesn't F with these cars. I don't want it monkeyed with. So let's come over here. Let's look at this KSC7 Stingray and open him up. And we have no way to get to the data folder, which is exactly why I did this. Now there's the data ACD, and that's where all the goodies are stored. So let's just, for the sake of doing so, let's grab this car with a little copy here, and let's go back to my cars folder, which is on my C drive. Open it up and put the car in there. It may take it a minute, which it didn't even take that long, and it put today's date, the 8/22/2020. So let's go take a look at this car. Come on over to the Assetto Corsa Content Manager, and I double clicked too fast. What? Come on, double click properly. Ready? Go. Attaboy. Now I've got my UI scale down to 100 so we can see it 1080p, and we should be in very good shape. Now if you go to General and you see your Steam profile, this is that it? There's developer mode is on. Okay, is that what I clicked? Did I click the shit out of the developer key? I can't remember. You'll have to ask Jody. Something you click the living dog shit out of it, and it opens up the developer apps, but now I don't have any idea what the hell it is. But we're not going to worry about it right now. And developer apps are on, and apps, stereo joy cam is off. So let's go to drive, where everything begins. And let's go fetch that car. Well, actually, yes, we'll go fetch that car. It is this one.
That thing? That's a Stingray?
Well, that's not what I planned on seeing, but it doesn't make any difference. Let's grab this. Now we gotta come down to the big showroom when we get down to here. Yeah, this isn't quite the right size. Okay, now if I right click, I can see it. All these things open up to me. Replace sound. I can change it to any sound of any other car that I like the sound of. I can change the sound to that. But what we want to do is unpack the data. Let's see. For developer purposes only. Or you could use Alt-J. That would also do it for you if you can't do it this way. So here's what we've got. Okay, let me minimize this. And what this is the Stingray's data folder that now you can get to. In fact, maybe I'd better show it to you. Let's open up the Stingray now. See, there's the data folder. Now we don't even need this anymore because this is a packed version of this. This is unpacked now. So let's open up that. That's our data folder. Now what we want to come down and look for is...
I don't even know if this car has flames.
It doesn't.
Are you shitting me?
I picked a car with no effing flames.
Yep.
Well, that's a fucking... Well, excuse me. That's just not going to work for our purposes worth of shit.
No flames?
Not a flame one.
It can have them, but it ain't got them now.
Well, all right, let me take a look at this effing thing. Now I'm pissed. All right, let's take a look at this rascal in the showroom. Bear with me, please. Let's see if it could have flames, where they would be if it did have them. We may be able to make this work to our advantage. All right, so it could have flames, and if it did have them, it'd have 4 of the bastards at least coming out the back.
You want to make this friggin' thing have flames, or
Do you want me to pick an easier car that takes a lot less time to monkey with? Because this thing is debatable on whether it's worth a fiddler's F or not.
I don't even like the looks of it, to be honest with you. Does it have any redeeming features?
Hang on a minute. Boy, we're getting off to a shit start, aren't we? Let's try the wipers.
It's got wipers.
That's one good thing. Doors? Fucking doors work alright.
Maybe we will have to do this fucker after all.
See all these little tiny lights in here? All this shit can light up. But we're not talking about lights right now. We can. So you take your mouse, you touch the thing, and you left mouse click.
Do it again.
There they are. Once they all light up, you can find the name of them. Come up to name. Interior details mesh is what the name of that is. You could make those light up.
Now, what about the top of this?
Yup, you could make that light up. Whatever you can highlight, you can light up by coming over to the name. But this is not what we're trying to do right now. So you could light that up. You could light these little bastards up right there. Oh, that was the whole shooting match.
We could make something decent. Oh, look at that fucking paint job.
We could make something decent out of the car if you want to, or we can say,
F it. Which I'm thinking of saying, quite frankly.
let me get rid of that friggin' shit color.
The problem is in the fucking flakes. It's flakier than a bastard. Too many flakes. Let's get some of this going here. You liked the green, did you?
I think we lost this friggin' stripes. So.
No, we didn't.
All right, let's go with that. And
Do we want to monkey with the leather?
how about this leather? Holy shit. Well, we could do quite a bit to this if we want to.
Holy shit, there's another one?
Oh! All right, fuck it.
And another one?
No, that's the whole shooting match. And we can do a license plate from the United States. And we could do...
Texas.
New York is buggered to shit. Missouri, I think, is buggered. But,
We can do West Virginia, no problem.
there's West Virginia. And the random value, it all has to be capitals. ICU 812. ICU 812.
Okay, I'm glad you did. I hope you liked it.
So, we are going to do this car now that I see what we have to do, but it's going to be a little more extensive than what I had planned to show you, so
Strap on your learning caps, and we will get through this as fast
as I can.
and still make it a learnable experience where you don't go, man, I wish I could only get a hold of somebody who would talk fast enough that I could understand them, but not so fast that it irritates the shit out of me. And you do want to be sure to close the doors, because if you don't do that, you can end up with problems. But let's see how we fixed, for the most part, the creepy, lousy
Job that was. All right. So much for the pissing and the moaning. This is the car we're going to do, so we need to have some things in our favor. And let me minimize this for the time being and come back here to, this is the car, right? Okay. And this is where we need these things to be. So, make that smaller. You hide over here, and we're going to go fetch. Let's see, we need 4 flames coming out the back.
what have I got that's got 4 flames coming out the back?
Well, oh, I've overdone it. All right, hang on. Stingray data. This is okay. All right, that's the Stingray data. Bear with me a minute. You'd think I'd already had a nap today, but I didn't. Let's go find flames that we can use. We would need them coming out the back of the car, and believe me, at 1080p, I don't have enough footage or enough space on the friggin' dashboard here. Everything is not copacetic. but we ain't want to worry about it. Come on. So we need, where is,
There's Enzo's boner. I know he's got what we need.
okay. This is going to be a little extensive, so hang with me. Remember, we've got to go to the data folder. At the data folder, we're going to find two things. We're going to find flame presets, and we're going to find flames. Okay? So we're going to copy both of these. Copy. Now, we're going to minimize this so I make sure this doesn't get hidden in some file and we can't find them again. Okay. Paste. All right, there they are right there. Okay? The flame presets, if I open this up and it comes out over here, this is going to show us the colors. All right, so what it is red, green, blue, and the intensity is at the far end. RGB, red, green, blue, and the same thing for every single one of these, but we're not going to monkey with that right this minute because we got too much ground to cover at this stage of the game. Those are the presets that we need. The flames themselves, if I double click and oh wait, I can't do it.
You gotta use Notepad++, or it doesn't come out right.
Notepad++ will do it. That or generic one will not work worth a shit. So here's what we got. We got the intensity of 60.
Well, let's make that 260 to get something out of the deal.
And see, this is your information for what the flames are going to do. The burn, the flash, the whole deal. And I don't know enough about that to teach it. I monkey with it scarcely. But this part I can help you with. The position. All right. This first set of numbers from here to here.
Up to the rat turd, that's what I call it. It has a real name, but I call it a rat turd.
From here to here, we'll move the flames from the right side of the car or the left side of the car. From the rat turd to the next rat turd, it'll move up and down. And from the final rat turd, moves it towards the front of the car or towards the back of the car. And when you're looking at any of these, always picture the front of the car to be to your left, the ass of the car to be to your right. And that's how it is. You'll notice the first flame is flame 0, and they're all in sequence after that. So this is actually going to work out in our favor because there's only 4 of them. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Doesn't matter if they're not in the right place because we're going to have to adjust these numbers to make the flames go in the right place anyway. So we're not worried about that at all. Now, there's another place we have to go to. Well, there's 2 other places we have to go to make sure that we have flames, regardless whether it has physical files. That doesn't mean it's going to work. I found this out through trial and error. They're connected to this thing called sounds. Again, left click and open it with Notepad++. Now, the skids, the entry point volume is at 45, but I want it at 95 because I want to hear what's going on here. The wind I'm not so worried about. Tire rolling I'm not worried about, but what we really have to have, this is it right here. It doesn't move. That's it. All right. We want backfire. See the backfire? See max gas? We don't want a 4. It's wimpy as it can be. We want an 8. And we're good to go. That's really all we want to do is just change the sound of how much the tires are going to squeal and how much we have max gas. Now, 55 to 15,000 is where it's going to be doing its thing. And there's your max gas trigger is 08. Okay? So let's save this and get rid of these extra files. Just do it anyway. And let me make sure that this is empty, these extras. Okay. So, quick recap because we're going to move along at a good, where we're doing pretty good. Flame presets is the colors. It can come out of any car that you like the colors of. And they can go into any car. It's got to have a flames because that's going to tell it where the flames are going to be. The positioning. And sounds has a lot, it's got to be fixed here or you're not going to have anything there. Now the next thing we have to do, we have to go to our textures folder. So we have to get out of here. I don't know, well, whatever the deal. Oh shit, I closed down the son of a bitch. Not the end of the world. Let's come back here. There it is. The Stingray. Data. Now, let's make sure we got the flames. There's the presets. There's the flames. Yes, we're okay. But we have to go back one notch to the textures folder. And in here you're going to see...
an empty folder.
You're right. It was a placeholder for flames in there. Because they weren't going to put any flames in the effing thing. They just have to have this thing named flames or else the game would crash. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this shitty folder with nothing in it. And we're going to go fetch one. Now you can fetch one out of another car, which is probably what you're going to have to do, so I might as well do the same thing. Let's again go down to Enzo's Boner. Now, if that ain't going to be the name, that's just what I named the car because I'm a knucklehead. So let's open it up. Let's go to textures and let's go to flames. But when we open these sons of bitches up,
Are these wimpy fuckers too? These are wimpy fuckers too?
what the... All right, hang on a minute. Let's go back to our original car.
Well, we gotta have them.
All right, let's go to this one then. Let's go to texture. Let's go to flames. This...
They suck too?
What is wrong with me?
They don't suck, but they're puffing on it pretty hard, trust me.
All right, now we're fucking talking.
But you should have a tribe of these flamey flames, and then we should have these exorbitant fuckers down below. But I'm still not pleased.
So, in that case...
Are you shitting me?
I know this fucker's got to have them.
Yeah, now we're fucking talking.
I'll make sure to put a copy of these fuckers in a download so you can get them. Look at this. We got some ass-kicking flames. These are PNGs of what the flames are going to actually look like. And then these other ones are the power and the boosts of the bastards. I've never even opened these. I see you can do it, but I've never done it. So we'll leave that for another day. But these are what we want. So we want to harvest these by doing the old copy. And we want to go back to the car we're monkeying with. Which is, and I'm moving as fast as I can, guys. I can't keep track, even my own self, going any faster. This Stingray right here, they have to go in the textures folder, paste, okay? We need a couple other things in there other than that. And, well, let's just do it this way. All right, this is going to be a pisser right off the bat, so I might as well tell you in advance. We're going to have to find out what else is in this texture folder, and the only way I know how to do it is to use this thing called a Kn5 Converter, because I have to convert these Kn5 models to release what... These are all packed with what's inside of here, and that's what we need. So stick with me a minute. This is going to get a little bit bizarre.
This we do not want to lose under any circumstances, so pull this off of here.
Just like that. Since we've already unpacked the data folder, we don't need the ACD file anymore. So let's just delete it or save it, but I've just shit-canned mine. Okay, now look what we've got. We've got no white files whatsoever, right? Grab your Kn5 converter, double-click it, and let it do its thing. If you look to the left side of the screen, you'll see it thinking and effing around with all those files. See, now once it gets to the bottom, it's finished. It says you can press any key to exit, so I just hit the space bar. Now we got to go fetch this little fucker, put him back where he belongs. Now I can get rid of every white file that's here because it takes up a shithouse load of space, and it now isn't doing me any good. I thought I just shit canned those. What the fuck's going on?
Are you going to delete or what the hell's going on here?
Well, I guess I am deleting them. Yes, it's moving. Holy shit. Bear with me, guys. We'll get through this. It's not that tough. Okay. Notice we're back to just happy files.
Don't forget to put this fucker back in or the car won't run.
Now, let's go take a look in the data or texture folder, and you'll see we got a whole shitload of stuff in here. This is all stuff that was packed away into those Kn5 files. But what we need to find is something that I'm not seeing, and it is a display on and display off.
But because it wasn't ever designed to have flames, we don't have them.
All right. So in a case like this,
You wouldn't have this either, but I'm going to Humble's toolbox, and I'm going to go to my toolbox, like this, and see we got display on and display off, and no, you won't get the clapper from grabbing these. Copy.
all right, and they want to go right in here. There's our display on and display off. We need to have those. All right, now we're in pretty good shape. We've got textures. We've got the files we need. Everything's opened up. Now we have to find out where those flames are going to come out on the car. Okay? So how we do that is we go back to this, the content manager. I got to fix this. This is still not right. For whatever reason, I still too much. Okay, 79. I don't think that'd be 100. 90%. Let's try that. Just bear with me a minute. I'm trying to get this so I can see everything that we need to do, and have you be able to see it at the same time, or else it's a waste of time. All right. Here's where everything's going to start happening. Let me move this over here for now. We got to get to the back of the car.
And we got to be able to see.
So in this case, hit the T on your keyboard, and it'll bring up this little viewing screen where we can find out where our lights are. We can move these lights to where they're going to be a blessing to us and not a pain in the ass. So let's move them back a little and move them over a little. Same thing with this one. Let's see where we actually are. Now, I also get used to these little positioning arrows, because that's what we're going to be using in a few minutes. Let's see if I can get a little more. There, now we're talking. I want a little bit more light down here. Okay, when you're happy, hit the T again. They'll go away. But we can see the back of the car better now, and that's what I wanted to do. We've got to find out where the flames are that we've got right now, and then make them fit this car.
So let's do that.
So let's hit the escape button, and now we're going to come here. We're going to open the data folder. We're going to go to flames. Right here. We're going to open them up. We're going to slide this over because we don't need all that. We're going to minimize this one. We're going to pull this over to the edge. We're going to go back into the showroom. Right here. Don't worry about it. Going to bring the car over. Now we're going to hit Alt and Tab and snag this, so that we have our positioning numbers and we can see what's going on when we hit the little car and come down to flames. See, now our flames just became visible to us, and we can see where they are, and we can see what their names are. There's 0, 1, 2, and 3.
Actually, this couldn't be any better.
Okay, so let's move this little squirrel out the way a little bit. Now, once we touch the car, this escapes, but, all right, now let's get, all right, come here, Fuzzy. I wish there was a command you could get rid of that fucker completely, but there isn't. Oh, did we luck out? Ooh! One of our positions is damn near right on the money as far as exactly where that needs to be on the car. So all we have to do, and the 3, so let's move the 3 and the 2 in, and we will be in high cotton real fast. Okay, again, Alt-Tab gets this back. Now we want 2 and 3, okay? So we come down to 2. We see which one that one is. That has to move to the right. And that would be our first slider. So we want to move it to the right. Let's take this 9. See, you see me highlight the 9? Let's put a 6 there just to see what happens and hit this. Boom. Okay, it came closer. So if it came that much closer, let's hit it with a 2. In fact, we're going to do the same thing with 3. Because they're going to be corresponding each other. Boom. Okay. Now, we want to go even more than that. So I'm going to put a 1 there. And I'm going to put a 1 here. Now we're going to save it. And every time we save it, it does that. Now let's take a look at where we are. We're at the outside edges of those 2, which is perfectly fine. We're happy with that. Now we want the 0 and the 1 to come all the way in to the center. So we want Alt-Tab, the 0 and the 1. So if a 212 got us to where we are, shit, we're going to probably want a 0. Now remember, we got to come up to here. A 0.92 to get us as far as we want to go. That wasn't bad. Now we just got to raise it up. And that would be the middle one. So the middle one, all right, here's what we can do. Since we know that the outside ones are happy, and that was 2 and 3, we can come down here to the center on 2, and from the rat turd to the rat turd, grab the number, Control C. Now we'll come on up here to this one and make it the same, Control V, same for the top one, which was a 0, flame, Control V, and as soon as we hit this, now we're happy. But that's not where we're going to stop. If we were going to stop here with just 4 flames, which is all we need, but I ain't going to do that, we would just move them to the centers and we're good to go. Now let's take a look at this, where they're coming out. They're in the pipe a little bit, like maybe too much. Okay, if that's the case, hit this little critter again, and the one on the far end is the ones that are going to move it this way or this way. So let's try a 2 on the 18 and a 2 on this one and see what happens. They moved it a little. So let's try a 4 and a 4. All right, now let's go take a look and see. I think we're happy with that. See the difference? It made a little bit of a difference. It's hard to get it to, yeah, you can see that there's a difference there. And by how much? That's actually not a bad way to do it. And this will move a lot easier than that other one will. So why don't we let's give it a 50. We'll round it out just as nice as we could be. Okay, guys? Boom. All right, since we're happy with those, there's no reason why we can't do the same thing with the other ones. So let's just give that a 50. And let's call it a 50-50 chance, right? Do it again. Now those will come out nice. Now everybody's level and even with each other, and that's where they are. Now we're going to fill those pipes in with 2 more sets of flames. And since you've kind of gotten used to the way we did this, I'm going to show you it's not that mysterious, but you've got to pay attention. You can easily get overwhelmed with how many flames we're going to end up with. So let's come back to here. It's easier when I'm not doing it in 1080p, but you won't be able to see shit. So what we want to do is we want to left mouse click and highlight all the way down. Oh shit. To there. Is that all I got?
Yep.
Oh balls. This is a real pisser.
I can't see shit.
Well, wait a minute. Alright, well we did get it. Okay, that's what I had to make sure. Control C, okay? Now once we come down to the bottom, see this thing blinking? As long as that fucker's blinking right where it is, you can backspace. Oh, I just fucked the whole works up. Alrighty then. Well, when this happens and you fuck the whole works up, and I just did, you want to go, it's only fucked up if you don't do the right thing. Go to Edit and go to Undo. Phew, fucking A. Alright, once that's blinking.
Don't you hit the fucking back bar?
Yes, twice, which is what I did the last, whatever. Now we're going to hit Control V, and we're going to hit the back bar. 1, 2, Control V, alright? Now, here's where we got to pay attention. Since we know we had 4, and it's
Let's just do it.
going to start out 0. Now, pay attention. Keep an eye on the 0, because we're going to move the slider down. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0. No, this has to be 4. Everything has to stay in line. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. It's very, very important that you don't fuck this up. 10 and 11. Okay. Now, hit this. Bingo. Now, see how they just got brighter? Now's when we can spread these little bastards around. So what we know is we're at the far edges of the spectrum, so all we have to do is bring them gently in. So watch this. So here we are. We're at the far end of the spectrums. Okay? And so we Alt-Tab her again to get our little thing in. Now it doesn't matter which end we start at this stage of the game, because they're all identically the same as far as the backing and the forethings. Alright? What we know is that these two on the bottom are outside ones because it's a 212 and it's only a 92 on the inside, right? So what we want to do is we want to bring this in more. So remember, the 92 was in and the 212 was out. So what we're going to do is what if we do a 192 and we're going to do a 192 here. And let's see where that puts us. Okay, that was nice. Let's move it to an 82. Boom. That's nice. And so what we're going to do, we're going to move up to the next two that had 12s, and we're going to do like a 140. And we're going to come up to, I want to make sure you know what's going on, a 140, and we're going to save it. And we just filled in those two outside ones beautifully with flames, and we're going to do the inside ones now. Okay, we're at 6, 4 and 5 are ones we want. So let's do a 62 and a 62. All right, and now we come down to the last ones. With a 32. Don't expect to be able to do it this easy on your own the first time. And But see, now we got tons of fucking flames. Now we can work on the upping and downing of them, move them around a little bit. But at least we've got them all. We got 3 flames per pipe, so we're going to have flames.
Up the ass.
Well, no, we're going to have flames. Trust me, we're going to have flames. All right, now is where it's going to get a little bit on the tweaky side, because if we want to do any more to it than that, we've already got a lot going on. But we can do a little more. So what we're going to do, we're going to start, actually, if we've remembered that our original ones, these 4, 0, all right, where are we? 0, 1, 2, and 3 are the outside ones. And we know that the inside ones are 3 and 4. Oh, yeah, wait a minute, hang on. 0, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 4 and 5. So 4 and 5, we want to move up. So 4 and 5, we're going to just make a 95 here and a 95 here and hit it. And not much happened. What happens if we put a 1 there? It's probably going to go totally fucking apeshit. No, it didn't. Actually, that's kind of happy. In this case, we're going to do this. 2, 0, 0. Okay, hit that. Oh, that's nice. Let's do a 3 then. Let's do a 3 here. Nice. Okay. Now, we've done a nice thing. Now if we got to figure out where these little fuckers are, and when we're good to go. And from what I remember, they're at the very bottom. Aren't they? Holy shit. Yeah, there's the 3085s, remember? Hang on. Well, they're all 3085s. Well, what was the number of these fuckers we just did? Okay, well, that's even easier. Rat turd to rat turd. Control C. Come on down. Check this shit out. Control V. This should do it. We're done. Control V. And hit the... There we go. We got them. There's no reason to do any more than that. That's how you do it, guys. Look at them all.
But humble, will they work?
Well, famous last fucking words. I can guarantee you the sons of bitches will work. I guarantee it. Okay? Boom. We got flames, trust me. Not only do we get rid of the wimpy ass flames.
Let's just go find out.
Let's go find out. And as far as the sound of the car.
What's it sound like?
Well, come into here. Go to the car. Slide this little slider down to where you see sound. You hear it?
I'm not sporting wood.
All right, we'll get a different sound for it then. All right, replace the sound. What do I have that sounds really good? Something sounded real good the other day. What the hell was it?
Oh, I know what it was.
Shelby. This little bastard right there. Bink. Showroom. Car. Sound.
Humble, we don't hear anything.
I know. And I don't know why, but don't worry about it. You'll hear it in the game. Let's go in and see what happens here. Oh shit, I'm in a race. Well, I'm going to get my fucking ass kicked, I'll tell you that right now. Because the other two cars that are going to be against this are going to kill it. It's a dead dog in the race. You might as well just forget it. This thing ain't going to stand any effing chance whatsoever. None. It's not. It's going to see tail lights till it can't see tail lights, and it won't even hear the cars till they pass them again. This thing is totally fucked. I forgot I had it set up to do a race with the other two cars. All right. Gears. Holy fuck. Oh, we got 7 of them. All right, so it's paddle shift. Tires. We want 2 less in the front than we got in the back. Fuel. Go 33. And a line. We ain't got time to fuck with this. Let's just do it. Oh, wait a minute. No, there's no race. Oh, good. How could it be 7 speeds when I've got stick shift? Oh, this is a squirrely bastard. Hang on a minute. Let's get out and check the flames. Oh, hang on. We got flames of the yin yang. You know what I'm going to do? The easiest fucking way I could possibly help you guys out, since you've already got Kunos anyway, I'm going to just give you the car. I'm going to give you the car, and you got everything in the car that you need. It's your whole tool kit. How's that sound? You got the sound. You got all the textures.
Fucking car though.
Probably don't handle for shit either. It doesn't. Guys, this thing sucks. Well, maybe not suck, but
This is about as much fun as beating a hamster with a spatula. And and that would be a real bad idea.
this thing sucks.
Okay, you can have the car, but don't blame me if it bites the bag and nibbles the nut and chews the root, because it does all of that.
This thing's a piece of... Well, it ain't for me. Let's put it that way. Okay, close Kabinga. Now, what do we got? Is this even close to reality? 402 horse. That was lying to us. It's got 462. That must have been for insurance purposes. And 3.24 kilograms to the horsepower. So it's got how much? 462.
Dudes, this ain't leaving my fucking shop as lame as this. I got news for you.
This fucker's lame.
So what do we do to fix it, Humble?
Yeah. Ask Squonky, he'll tell you.
So first of all, we come up here to where we can get to the shits and grins. Alright? Shits and grins. Now, we're going to need another folder. So we're just... Come here. Squongo. Folder. Another. A-N-O-T-H-E-R. There's another folder. Cha. Okay, so what do we want to get rid of? First of all, we're going to shit can the drive line. We're going to shit can the engine. We're going to shit can the driver. We're going to shit can the power loop. We're going to shit can the setup. We're going to shit can these piece of shit tires. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shit can the physics. Don't do this at home or to your mother's car. Now, we have severely pork sword you behind this car to the point of no return. But the brakes have to go also. Okay? Now, let's go to the car. Open them up with Notepad. It looks like a lot of hieroglyphics, but don't let that bother you. This is the name of the thing, the version number. The steering lock is 450. It starts out with 77 gallons now, and it's going to have 121 total. Okay? Bango, we're done with this one. So, we have to replace a shitload of files with something that's worthy of the car. So, let's get... I wish I could do this the normal way, but we're going to have to make do. I mean, it's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's even huger.
Alright, don't let this bother you. I've got this down to a fucking science. Now, you're going to get these files too, so be happy. So, let's see. Fuck, I'm used to it being over here, and everything is every which way. Come here, you. I'm going to need you where I can get to you. Come down here and be a good boy. Open this up. Humble's Toolbox. Humble's Toolbox. Hyper Power Parts. Bing! This is what we want. Okay? Just in case. Now, can I get any more real estate out of this fucking thing? Because this is really gonna be a pisser. Alright. Brakes, driver, driveline, engine power, setup, tire.
Oh fuck, just grab the whole shooting match.
Copy and paste the Rooney. Alright? Everybody's happy? Except we got exorbitant fucking power beyond your wildest imagination. This is hyper power parts. Okay? So let's take a look at what's highlighted. Power loop.
Do we have a driver for this fucking thing?
We should have. Yes, we do. Do we have brakes? We got brakes. We got brakes. Driver, driveline, engine, power loop, setup, tires. Now, unhighlight this. Few things we've got to make damn sure they're going to be copacetic. Okay? Where's that fucking another? Oh, there it is right there. Another. Open another up. Come to the tires. Right click and left click. We have, now, let's see what we got. We got verticums. And how many sets of these fuckers have we got? We got semi-slicks. Alright, we got semi-slicks. Front and back semis. And what do we got in the front? Street. Well, fuck the street tires. Alright, semi-slicks. We want radius to rate. We don't give a shit about the skinny bullshit. Radius to rate is all we want. Don't get anything else. Control C. Alright? Now get out of here. And minimize this. And we'll go down to... we gotta make sure we know what the fuck we're doing. We're in the Corvette.
We're in the Corvette.
Highlight this. And now... radius to rate. Now watch the numbers change. Ready? Control V. Boom. Save it. Now come back to this one. Come down to the bottom. Radius to rate. You got, don't get any more than that. Radius to rate. Control C. Come back to the tires that we're working on now. Come down. There's only, this is the only, dudes, you only need one set of these fuckers. You don't gotta have 15 sets. Alright, 33, 20, 26 is about to change. Save it, and we're done. Now, we got 800s in the back. That's plenty wide. And we should have 400s in the front, which we do. We're happy as you could ask for. Now, here's the deal. We've got to check one other thing, because we could be screwed up. Well, there's a couple things we got to check, but... one of them would be the setup. Let's come to the setup and take a quick look with notepad. Gear set 1 means we're not going to be fucking with these no matter what, so we ain't got to sweat that. And I'm not going to explain it all to you, but the wing is minimum 0, maximum 17, front and back. Tire pressure, for these tires we're using, they have to be 18 in the front. Oh, fuck. Well, wait a minute, hang on. Right, 18, 18, 20, and 20. 29, there's the fucking turd in the punch bowl right there. I gotta fix that. I've let that slip past me a couple times. Spring rate. This might not be right for this car.
Yeah, it's probably not even close.
As a matter of fact, now I can, alright, well hang on. We're gonna fix that though. It's not going out of the house like this. Okay. I just fixed that on the other 2 cars today, so I know it's gonna be fine. Let's go right up to this one. I'm just gonna, oh god, it's hard when everything takes up the whole screen. Setup. Copy. Where's this creepy fucking Corvette? Right there. Alright. Let it just overwrite it. Copy and replace. We're done. Okay, let's fix that. Now the power loop's gonna be all fucked up, so we gotta fix that. Alright. 300 horse right off the get-go. 990. Are you effing serious? Alright, that's a little bit exorbitant. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because this is going to take a little bit of time to straighten these numbers out. And it ain't going to no 1500. It's going to shit the bed at 11.7. Yeah, that'll be plenty. We don't need these. There. Okay. I'll be right back, because it's going to take time to adjust these numbers, and you shouldn't have to watch that. You can see, you'll see the work when it's done.
We're only doing 55, so it shouldn't freak out. How fast do you think we can take this? 80? It's not bad. I didn't even use the clutch for those gears. See how that straightened that out? Oh, the brakes are way better. Hear that? I'm going to 30%. This is where the race really happens. Oh, baby. Oh, he missed one of them, but much better car. Goes like a son of a bitch now. Now it's fun. You're gonna like this car, guys. Big difference. Now I put the fun back in the Corvette. The thing was a piece of shit before.
Now we're talking. And Humble sucks at that.
Success is a wonderful thing. Being shitty sucks. Goes like a bastard. There's that one. I hit too much yank
Did it. Alright, now for the massive bleach out at the end of the 100% third. But we don't have enough clutch probably.
We're gonna try it anyway. Right up here for a nice 100% burnout.
Yeah, just like Jay Leno would do.
Famous Jay Leno burnout. Fifth gear. Yeah, see, it doesn't. I just smoked the piss out of the clutch. All right. Doesn't have enough clutch to do a fifth gear.
That's asking a lot, man.
I bet it'll do a fourth. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now you can have fun with the fucking car.
Man, stick it in the lawn. What are you? Oh, in the wall. I bet I could do it, Uncle M. 100%, I guarantee it.
That was a humble right there. That was a humble F up.
Okay, enough monkeying. Let's just take a look at the car and see. And then we're done. I know you guys have hung with me a long time. It's not easy to do. And every one of these bastards gets longer than it ought to be. So this is what the car looks like. Yeah, that's it. Wimpy bastard tires, wheels in the back. Yeah, it's all replaceable with the 3D. That thing wasn't worth a shit the way it was. It's gotta have chrome wheels, don't you think, guys? What the fuck? It can't go. Oh, look at them flames. We got flames up the yin yang. And all that guy asked for was flames. John, his name is. Not a hint of leaping out and going ape shit. Now let's get our cheaters so we know how fast we're going. Nobody says, "Hey, you're running the thing too fast." Nope, 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 nope. It's not my favorite looking Corvette, trust me, but goes pretty good now. I bet not too many people ran the original one. The thing was nasty. I mean, it just was not fun. If you've got to pretend the car's got performance because it doesn't handle worth the fuck, that's, I think, going in the wrong direction. It's like trying to lose weight eating rotted food. Oh, it'll work. Right to the fucking casket. See, now I'm testing it. I'm seeing what it can take and what it can't take. I'm starting to get a wild hair in my ass. See that? Now we've got something. Fucker goes. It's not spectacular, but I'll tell you what, you'll have fun with it. Now remember, I was running between 10 and 30% boost, not 100. 100 was for playing with the tires, and you will have to have damage off or you won't go far in that car. I'll blow the tires off it within about 3 feet. Alright. Now, here's where we try this burnout. Okay? So I'm going to do what I did with that video last night, but I'm not going to go severe. I'm going to slow motion it to 5 times. 5 times slow motion so we can take a look at what happens with the wheels. Go to camera 5, and we're going to be able to take a good look at what goes on here now. If you'll notice up here, we're in third gear right now. And I don't know if it's going to tell us the percentage of the turbo, but I've got it at 100, trust me. There's 5th gear. There's no bullshitting. I'm not lying to you, which would be ridiculous. We smoked the piss out of the front discs. When we take off here we go. Gonna launch now. Boom. Okay, we're spinning tire to a degree, but we're way more spinning clutch. We are spinning the piss out of the clutch. And once I hit 6, we were done. See, our rubber ended there. We're smoking the piss out of the clutch. All this is clutch. Well, that clutch would be gone. It would be fucking. It would detonate. There'd be pieces all over the fucking place. Do we have flames though? We got flames in the right color. Just the ones the guy liked too. Little green. He would have wanted a little more blue, but life goes on. Okay, now that we see what we've got here, let's bring it back to happy speed. Alright, so far we're happy. This is not going to be a bad car. Alright, now we take off in 4th gear. Now we can hit 5th. Oh fuck, it would have been nice if I hit 5th. Alright, so that shows us what we can do. Now I'm not doing any more today. Today is a happy day. We got the car squared around pretty doggone good. It runs, and you've got all the parts. Oh, no, cancel. Excuse me. Alright, save everything. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Okay, guys, you've got all the parts that you need in this car to do whatever you want with other cars. Now, I don't have time to show you about all the loots and all this other stuff today. We're not going to monkey with it. But you got all the textures that you need for today. Everybody's happy. You got flames at work, and they're ass-kicking flames. These are TK's exorbitant welding bastards, or whatever the name of them that he called them. As you can see, they are really, really elaborate and happy. You got ass-kicking flames. So you got Humble's ass-kicking flames. Okay? And you've got everything you need. And all we have to do is box this puppy up. So we're going to go to send to compress zipped. I'll have a link with the video. Get the car, have fun. It's not squonk built, but it's humbleized. So you guys will have something to enjoy. It never hurts to save these extra files for a day or two in the open. Okay, just in case you run across you want to see what their power loot looked like. Okay, that was it right there. And you wonder why the car was a little fucking weird? That's all she wrote. Now remember, ours was about that long. Okay.
Well, sometimes longer will get you farther in life.
Sure. Have a good day. Bye-bye, guys.